Hi everyone, welcome back to my next video. As you can see from the boxes, we're going to do an unboxing of a new BLUETTI power station. It is a new power station and a new battery for that power station. We'll take a look at both of them today. This is the new BLUETTI AC60. BLUETTI has two main lines going now, although there are others. The EB series, which has the EB3A, which is a fantastic unit, and the EB70, which is also a really fantastic unit. This is part of the AC line. This is the AC60. Up till now, all they've had was the AC200. That was the smallest of the AC series. And what separates the AC from everything else is you can add a separate battery. They just plug together. You can buy it with the battery or without the battery. This one, the AC60 and the AC200, you can have their own built-in batteries. So you'll have a battery built in, and you'll have an exterior battery that you can buy later. Let's say you can't afford to buy both today. You can buy one of them now and add the second battery later, or one or two batteries. They're very flexible. So this is part of the AC line. It's the smallest and probably will stay the smallest one. And let's get it unboxed real quick, just so you know what we're talking about. Here is the new AC60. Nice unit. It's very small. It has a 403 watt-hour battery. So it's one of the small units, and that's fine because for a lot of you, 400 watt-hours is all you need. That's the small size and all of the advanced features this has. If you need a smaller 400 watt-hour battery, this is going to be perfect. So what are some of the special features about this? To the best of my knowledge, it's the first one of the power stations that is IP65 rated. Now, what does that mean? IP65 is a rating system. People send their products to them and they test them. And they say, this is suitable to do this or suitable to do that. And so this is rated at IP65. That means it is dust-proof and waterproof to a degree. In other words, this doesn't work underwater. You put it underwater and eventually it'll fail. So for example, you can take it out in the rain and have it protected from the rain. But if it gets those splashes on it, that's not going to hurt it at all. It'll work great. So this is really a huge feature. To me, the dust-proof is, again, it's not completely dust-proof, but it goes a long way towards being dust-proof. To me, that's really good. If I want to take this thing out and power something and dust is blowing, look where I'm at, I'm in the desert. There's always dust blowing in the desert. Or even if I'm in the forest and just dust and dirt on the ground, and I set this on the ground and it's a little bit windy, I want it to be dust-proof. And I think that is a fantastic new feature that I'm unaware. I don't know all the units that are out there, but IP65 against dust and water, I think that is a fantastic thing. That alone would be a reason for me to think about using it. It has a 600 watt inverter, and the battery is rated at 403 watt-hours. So I think that's a good size. For a lot of you, 400 watt-hours is all you need. You're not going to try and run a fridge, certainly not going to run a microwave off of this. But just for your daily uses, 400 watt-hours will probably be plenty. It'll work really well. Another great thing is you can upgrade the battery. So if right now all you can afford is this unit, buy this, because if you outgrow it and you want to do more in the future, you can buy a separate battery for it. Okay, so let's take a quick look here at the new battery that's designed to go with this. And we'll look at the cables first. And the big cable, the only cable, is the cable that connects the two. And if you've seen any of the AC model lines, this is what they come with. And that just plugs straight into there, and then it goes into the battery. And they're designed to stack like that. 400 watt-hours, 800 watt-hours, and all I have to do is connect them, and I'll have 1200 watt-hours. Oh, there, snapped right in. Okay, very nice. So that is a very nice system. Yeah. And so now they're 1200 watt hours. One of the nice things about the battery pack is that it is functional on its own. In other words, it has its own 110 plug. It has its own 2 different USB plugs, including a 100-watt PD. I think it might be a little bit limiting to only have a 200, being this only takes 200. Now, because it's so small, that's probably enough. But now at 1200 watts hours of battery, you've got a lot. And so 200 watts is a little skimpy for that. However, the good news is you can plug this right into a solar panel of its own. The B80 can be charged all on its own 200-watt solar panel, and this can be charged all on its own 200-watt solar panel. Now I'm charging with 400 watts. So if I had 2 of those panels, I could charge them all at once, and that's going to give me some really fast charging. The 600-watt inverter is a little bit limiting because it's certainly not going to run a microwave, wouldn't run a toaster. It would run most of your small hand power tools. It's enough. For 99% of you, 600-watt inverter is all you need. All motors, electric motors, have a surge. So that's why this is a 600-watt inverter that will surge to 1200. It's all pretty standard. Beyond that, 2 110 outlets, 3 USB. It does come with the app. BLUETTI makes an app that will connect right to this, and I've used it, and it works just fine. You can take control of all of its features from the app. So I'm going to take this now, and this is just the unboxing. I'm going to use it for a while, and then I'll come back and add on to this with more information after I've used it long enough and formulated an opinion. This is just the unboxing and initial review. And I don't know the price. This hasn't even come out yet. They send these out about a month before they release them, and they haven't set the price. Once I know the price, I'll add that in here, or if it's not in the actual video, it will be down in the description. Go look there. I'm expecting, normally new releases on new items, they have great prices. So I think this is going to be a really good choice for a lot of you with the battery capacity. One thing I didn't tell you is if you look here, it has 2 inlets. These are actually inlets. So you can actually then have 1604. You can have 2000 watt hours of batteries going all at once if you buy 2 of these. That is really a sweet deal. I think this is going to be fill the sweet spot for a lot of you. It's going to be the right size, the right weight, the right capacity, the right expandability. And I just think that's really well thought out. But this doesn't have a whole lot of features that you're not going to want and not going to use. So when we find out the price, we'll let you know and see how good a deal it is. Usually, again, on the intro, they're such a good deal, it's time to snap them up. Okay, that's all for now. I'll come back and give you more of an update when I have it. So here we are in the BLUETTI app. You can log in and register, or you can just go offline mode. I haven't registered or logged in, so I'm going to tap on offline. You can see it's found the AC60. There is its serial number. I'll tap on AC60, and now we will be in the BLUETTI app. I am in control of the AC60. The first thing I wanted to demonstrate that it acts as a power pass-through. It's being charged off the grid. It's in the evening, there's no sun. So I'm charging it off my solar on my ambulance. And you can also see that power is going out. So it's a pass-through. While it's being charged, power is going out. I have a DC and echo mode here. I have the echo turned off. I think having the echo mode on is not a good idea. It shuts, basically it saves power by if you have gone too long by turning it off. And I don't want to risk it deciding to turn it off because there's a low draw to the fridge. But you can see here the standard mode, the second from the bottom. See, it's right here, charging mode. I've got it set to standard. You can see that there are three choices: standard, turbo, and silent. Let's tap on turbo. And it actually, I could hear it. The fan increased, although the fan's real quiet on this. Now, oh, look at that. That is very good. See, up here, the grid power coming in went from around 270, 280 up to 500. So turbo mode does work. I'll tap on up here. I'll tap on the wheel, and we will step it down. You can probably hear it. We're close to it, so I'll tap on turbo, and I'll go to silent. Okay, so effectively slow down the fan speed and reduce noise. Okay, will that reduce the... So you heard the fan go almost off, and it dropped the power coming into 185. Oh, I see. So it not only was it dropped it from the 500s, instead of just going to the 200s, it went down into the 100s. So silent mode is reduced power coming in. So yeah, turbo mode works pretty well. That jump up to 500 watts that'll make a big difference. This is only a 400 watt hour battery. The key thing, again, I wanted you to see that it does a pass-through, power coming in, power going out at the same time. You can control the amount of charging going on. If you had another battery pack installed, which I don't, you could play with it. So there you go. That's a pretty good idea. I could turn it on and off here, of course, here with the power button. So here we are. I'm going to give you my final thoughts on the brand new AC60 and the B80 battery pack that goes along with it. A+, big thumbs up, amazing deal. The fact that this is as dustproof and waterproof is huge to me. Now, I'm in the desert. You can see I'm in the desert. You've seen a lot in my videos. I'm in the desert a lot. It's outside. I'm using it as an outside power station. I plug it into the solar panels outside. It's in this dusty, windy, blowing environment all the time. And sand is one of my biggest fears, of getting sand into these things. And water is a biggie too. You put your solar panels out and you put this, maybe you put it underneath it or close by it, but there's a wind. All of a sudden, you don't expect any rain. All of a sudden, it's cloudy but not going to rain, and all of a sudden, it's raining and there's a wind. It blows the rain in onto the unit. Then all of a sudden, you lose your unit. Don't throw it in the water, okay? Don't throw it in the water. But if it gets sprinkled a little bit on some rain, that's okay. It can handle that no problem. And the same with dust. This should last longer and be a stronger unit than anything else on the market. The fact that you can just add this 800 watt power battery pack to it, I think that is just fantastic. You just plug it in, and you can plug in two of these. The one real negative to my mind is that it only has 400 watt hours, and that's an odd choice to me. 400 watt hours. If I compare it to the rest of the line, the BLUETTI lineup, the EB55 has 500 watt hours, 517 or some odd number, and the EB70 has 700 some watt hours. Why is this 400? That seems odd to me. I don't know the price. You'll know the price. It'll be down in the description. By the time this video goes up, they will have announced the price. So I'm shooting this before they've even announced it. They won't give me the price yet, so I can't tell you the price. Depending on the price, is it going to be worth it to you to get just 400 watt hours? That's small. That's too low. One of your big questions is going to be, can I run a fridge on it, a 12-volt compressor fridge? Because that's something we all like to have. No, this will not run a 12-volt compressor fridge alone. You add this on, this 800 watt and this 400 watt, you got 1,200 watts. Yeah, it'll run it super well. No problem at all. The fact that this will take 200 watts of solar, this will take 200 watts of solar at the same time, 400 watts of solar coming in. Yeah, you can handle a fridge year-round, no problem. In my opinion, you need 1,000 watt hours as a minimum to run a fridge. This has 1,200. The EB70 will run a fridge in good sun in the summer. But if you're in the forest and there's some trees and clouds, it won't do it. In the winter, the middle of the winter, December, January, even February. No, the sun is so low on the horizon, you're not getting much sun, not much power out of that sun. It's day ends soon and starts late. And so you're just not getting enough sun to run anything less than 1,000 watt-hours. And then a lot, because you're not going to get a lot of power in. Having the 400 watts is going to, of solar coming in is going to really help. So all that to say, this is highly, highly, highly recommended. The fact that I can add this on, I can add 2 of these, and then I'm going to have 2,000 watt-hours of battery. Oh man, that is going to be enough for almost all of us for anything we want to do, especially with it being LiFePO 4. You don't buy anything that's not LiFePO 4. These are both rated at 2,500 cycles. You know, the lithium ion, like in the Jackery, is only rated at 500. In the Jackery 1000, the brand new unit they've just put out, it's still only rated at 1,000 cycles. This is 2.5 times more cycles. Don't buy a lithium ion. It doesn't make sense. And in every other way, this is a better power station. It's not only got a better chemistry, more cycles. This is in every way a better power station, especially the Jackery 500. The Jackery 500 is an antique compared to all the features this has. I'm going to put out a video not too long with, I think I have nearly all of the BLUETTI lineup, and I'm going to compare all the latest models of the BLUETTI line, and so that will help you decide which of these will best serve you. One of the great things about the EB60 is it will be backwards compatible. This will help you make your decision on whether you want this one or not. It will be backwards compatible, the EB55 with its 500 watt-hour battery, or the EB70 with its 700 watt-hour battery. And there's going to be a new cable that's going to be required to connect this to the backwards compatible to make it connect to the old one. So there you have it. All the pluses, the minuses, the considerations. I don't know that this will be the best choice for you. I know a BLUETTI is the best choice for you. The combination of features and prices and that LiFePO 4 battery. Do not buy a lithium-ion battery. So the question only is which BLUETTI or another brand that has LiFePO 4. There are other choices, good ones. The Jackeries just aren't. To my mind, the only question is which BLUETTI model. Okay, I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll talk to you later. Bye now.